Nemo was born with a condition called ectrodactyly, also known as lobster claw malformation, in both of his front paws.
So he wasn't quite holding still, so I'm taking a video. There's his poor little paw. Poor guy, he's so sweet.
Lobster claw is extremely rare in canines. We found that most would euthanize a puppy like Nemo, despite his mother taking care of him and his litter mates helping to keep him warm. We have a very special place in our hearts for babies with disabilities. Our son Matthew was born September 29th of 2015 with a very serious but unidentifiable disorder. Despite the obvious deformities in his legs and feet and his absent suck reflex, no doctor could tell us what was wrong, and every test kept coming back normal. Matthew's medical staff told us to expect a life full of disabilities, doctor's appointments, and lots of therapy. Within a few months, we would realize just how serious his condition was. We were blindsided by this news, and Matthew would require several surgeries just to come home. But through it all, his staff was able to keep us optimistic and looking forward. Matthew's nurse practitioner followed him from birth throughout his stay in the NICU and was a wonderful support outside of the hospital for the rest of his life. Matthew's muscle tone was so weak that he couldn't walk or talk. He couldn't stand or sit or even hold his own head up. He couldn't smile or laugh in a way that most people would recognize. And when he was 2 years old, doctors estimated that his intellectual capacity was only that of a 3 to 4 month old. But despite all these challenges, we decided to treat him just the way we would any of our other children.
And Tim and Devin and baby Aubrey. And Gertrude. There's all the other kids' stuff. He's gonna be home.
Matthew was diagnosed with cortical visual impairment. In essence, his eyes worked perfectly fine, but his brain couldn't interpret what he was seeing. Therefore, he loved shiny toys, and his favorite were glow sticks. At-home therapy sessions were emotionally painful for us to put Matthew through just because they posed such a challenge for him. But we always told our kids to have as much fun with him as they could and to include him in all their play.
Yay!
Our children knew that Matthew was a unique child, and they still had so much pride and love for him. Our 2-year-old had a hard time saying his name, and what came out instead was Mouseu. Couple that with the little squeaks and noises that Matthew would make, and the nickname just stuck. Mouseu was his name, and that was it. Because of his extremely weak muscle tone, we needed to be able to take Matthew to the nearest ER because he's completely dependent upon his feeding tube, and any illness that he caught would make him very sick very fast. For his second birthday, Elizabeth, who was 7 months pregnant at the time, had the wonderful idea of having his cake written in Braille. Little did we know it would be the last birthday celebration that we get to have with him.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mouseu. Happy birthday to you.
Oh! What is that? I don't know, but we can do this every
We
year.
can blow out these candles.
He has to blow out? Mama's gonna help him.
I want to help him.
You want to help him too? 1, 2, 3. Good job! Oh.
Baby sister Annabella was born December 6, 2017, a mere 12 days before we received devastating news. Matthew's neurologist contacted us late in the evening of December 18th to tell us that Matthew's latest brain MRI showed significant tissue deterioration. With Christmas fast approaching, we didn't know if it would be his last, and so we decided to wait to tell Matthew's siblings about his latest prognosis. We wanted everyone to have a memorable holiday, and we were just relieved that Matthew got his chance to meet his little baby sister, Annabella, who he was completely fascinated with. During the Labor Day holiday of 2018, Matthew caught a cold that his weakened body and immune system was unable to kick. It developed into pneumonia, and he passed away 3 weeks before his 3rd birthday. Matthew taught our family what truly unconditional love is, and we honor his memory by paying forward the kindness that was given to us in his life and after his death.
Okay. Like he's one of the heaviest in the group. Here's Mom.
Nemo has a wonderful temperament and personality, and he's completely healthy. But because of the lobster claw malformation, we had just assumed that nobody would want him. And so we decided that we were just going to raise him as part of our family. But it turns out that fate has other plans and that we couldn't have been more wrong. We spread the word that Nemo would be an exceptional emotional support animal, and that if anybody was in need of one, that they should contact us. So when we received news that Matthew's nurse practitioner, the one that followed him from birth and through his surgeries and his stay at the NICU, that she needed an emotional support animal for her son, we couldn't have been more thrilled. Nemo and his littermates spent the next 8 weeks at our house, growing and learning and playing, and we loved them all just as though they were one of our puppies that was going to be living at our house. But the day came where it was time for Nemo to go to his forever home, and once he got there, he knew where he was meant to be. Nemo's forever family includes 3 children who love him even more because of his condition.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Hello, baby.
Oh, yeah, we have a whole bucket of toys that we got, like, playing.
Okay, come on out and let him sleep for a
He's
while.
closing his eyes, Kaylee. Let go.
Kaylee loves that his handicaps don't stop him from playing like any other puppy would. Ian admires Nemo's ability to adapt, especially the adorable ways in which he walks and runs. But most of all, Nemo has an incredible ability to read Isaac's emotions and to respond in the way he needs when he needs it. He knows when Isaac needs therapy dog Nemo rather than family dog Nemo.
He likes you.
In the end, Elizabeth and I realized that Nemo was a gift from Matthew for us to give to the family that helped us so much in our time of need, and we were truly thankful that we were given the opportunity to pay it forward to them. No matter how difficult things may seem, everything will always come full circle, and it will all be okay.